Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at the 83 rated Scream SBC Chong. And it's a mixed bag. It is. There are, oh wow, but there are oh dear moments, you know? So current price, as I'm filming, is around 35,000 coins. It's starting to creep up a little bit. Whether that will come down with anything that EA decide to drop at 6 o'clock today, I don't know. It was actually around 25 to 30k yesterday, so it has gone up a little bit. But considering this card has actually come from a 65 rated silver, we've got a pretty phenomenal upgrade. Now, I looked at it yesterday and I was like, I don't want to do it. And if you saw the video, I didn't do it. And I thought, it's okay, but it's not for me. Now, I've done it for review purposes. I wouldn't have done it for pure sort of pleasure purposes, should we say. But if you actually look at it from a, wow, look how far he's come point of view, he's actually not bad at all. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high work rates, left-footed. Now, going into the attributes, there are some gaping holes in this guy's play, and we are going to address it. Now, the one thing that actually really annoys me about this Scream card, and something that just doesn't make any sense to me, if EA are going to boost it properly, right? Now, his acceleration has gone up by 7, sprint speed by 8. That's brilliant, because now it's really usable, and I like it. I'm not going to go through it individually, but his shooting overall is up 21 points. Brilliant. His dribbling overall up 21. His defending is only up by 2, but I'm not bothered by that because he's not a defensive-minded player, so that's fine. And then his physicals are up by 16. Brilliant. What's not to like about that? So where's the problem? Passing. Passing is only up by 6 across the board, which, okay, it's a 6-point upgrade. If that was an inform, you'd be like, wow, look how much he's grown as a player in his passing department. But he had 60, what was it? I don't know, I've got a cam still on him. Let me just reset that. His original passing was 62, and now it's up to 68. So it has literally gone up by 6 points. I know I said 6 points across the board, but there are a few variances. So for instance, crossing's up by 7, you know, so it averages out at 6. But it's so irritating to have a card that has been boosted so well in every area, bar, you know, one of the key areas for a midfield player. I'm going to give him a Maestro Chem style, and you're going to see why in a second. And now I did toy with using something a little bit different, but we'll give him Maestro for a second and you'll see what I've done. So with this, we boost the short passing up to 78. It's still not great, but it's much better than 68, right? His shot power is up to 99, his long shots are up to 94, his attack positioning goes into the 90s, volleys into the 80s, vision's up a little bit as well, which is nice, and we get a decent little boost across the board for reactions, ball control and dribbling. That turns him into an 86 rated right wing, and he is much better for it. Now, it's still not ideal because his passing is still below 80, and you are still going to be using him as a midfielder. However, if you take my other suggestion and you go and play him as a striker, and maybe, I don't know, just for argument's sake, put a, I don't know, what chem style did I say earlier to myself? I was thinking about it. Depends which way you want to go. If you put a Deadeye on him, you still improve that short passing while putting the finishing up to 97. If you want to put a sniper on him, we completely negate the passing. If that doesn't bother you, then we'll affect the reactions and the composure. We'll boost the balance a little bit, and we'll still get that 97 finishing. So if you want my advice, if you want to use him as a striker, which I personally think is the best place for him, put a sniper or a Deadeye on him. And many people would just be like, oh, I'm just going to put a hunter on him and be done with it. You could do that if you want, but then you still have 72 reactions, 79 composure. He's only an 83 rated striker compared to the 85 that he would be with a Deadeye, or an 84 that he would be with a sniper. Either way, he's an 86 rated centre forward. So, you know, you've got options with this Chong card. I'm not, you know, just from on paper and the few games I've played so far, he's decent, but he's not what I would call, like, next level. You know, if you're a Man United fan, he's a must. If you're a Dutch fan, he's a must. If you're a Premier League advocate, yeah, why not? Go for it. He's not that expensive. But anyone else, maybe not. But let's reserve judgment. Let's get into the gameplay. Here's Chong, who does feel very good on the ball, I must say. Ball back in here to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here is Chong again. He's going to use that new skill move to create some space to give it to Salah. Ball into Vardy. Comes back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's going to do what Chamberlain does best, and he just rifles it past the post. Here's Chong. Lovely heel to heel from Chong. He's left-footed. He's hit the post with his right, and the rebound was pathetic. But he has hit the post with his right foot. Here he is again. PK on the ball, plays it in. Oh, actually, a long ball to Chong. I didn't want to play it there, but it went. Here's Chong, gets around his man and scores. And that's a great goal. Chong has done absolutely nothing for the last 2 games. He's been isolated. He's been crowded out. His passing has really let him down. That, though, is the first signal of, yeah, this guy has some ability. PK involved as well, to be fair. And he scored with his weak foot. The touch was brilliant. The shot was actually very good. He's got a 3-star weak foot as well, but he's managed to bang that in with his weak foot. Here's Chong again. Can he maybe start? I've moved him over now, so he's going to be favourable on that left. Here is Chong into the box. Wins the header. Oh, he should have scored. Ugh. Here's Gomez. Back inside. Walcott. Here's Chong. Little 1-2 here. I'm not going to give it back to him. Giovinco's in on goal. Strikes it into the back of the net. And we are back in the game. The goal I conceded for 3-2 was a little bit of a questionable one, to be fair. But it doesn't matter. Chong involved again. Well worked between him and Giovinco. My guy's just trying to waste time now because rivals' points are very important to this guy. My next game for... It's not a team you normally see. I mean, it's really like basic stuff. I mean, good players, right? But you'd expect to see maybe 1 or 2 special cards here or there, maybe a big name, but that worries me more than like a full icon team, if I'm honest. Chong's going to get this, and he's going to play a little 1-2 with Oxlade-Chamberlain. Beautiful football. It's in, but he's offside. That's a shame, because he's done very well there. But he was just offside. It must have been literally his toe. Got it back again. Walcott, ball inside. Salah, Chong, little 1-2. Chong is through. Now, does Chong have the pace and or the ability? Yes. Yes, he does. I'm using him as a striker because I honestly don't think as a midfielder he works. His passing just isn't good enough. As a striker, though, there is a lot to be said about this card. His agility is brilliant, his finishing is actually quite good, and he's not the slowest of players. So if I was to rethink my chem style a little bit, we could maybe get a bit more out of him being striker. But to be fair, he's not actually doing a bad job. Oxlade-Chamberlain, ball up to Chong, a little 1-2 again here with Jamie Vardy. Nice football, back over to Chong. Lovely heel to heel, creates the space, gets the ball into the box, and it's I was going to say it's another goal. That was brilliant. Chong has done exceptionally well. I'd love to know what Chong's crossing is. I don't have his stats open next to me because I'm an idiot, but that was a great cross, and of all people to get there, Oxlade-Chamberlain, well, he read that, but he still didn't get it. Here's Vardy. Here's Chong, back to Vardy, back to Ox, through to Chong. It's another goal, and he's offside again. Oh, I'm livid, but I tell you what, he's having so much success. He's actually put, what, 2 or 3 goals into the back of the net so far, and he's been deemed offside in a couple of them. Well, I mean, it's good signs, isn't it? Walcott, Salah. I've just sent Chong through, and here he is. How good you finishing, son? Not that good. That's a good save from the keeper. To be fair, I should have hit it maybe a bit sooner. I could have done a lot more with it. Here's Chong into Giovinco. Giovinco does not do well on the turn. That's awful. Ball comes out to Ndombele. Here's Salah. Drag back. Chong and Giovinco with a little 1-2. Chong with the right foot. Oh my god, it's fun. He's really good as a striker. I was reviewing him as a right mid and a right wing. I was seeing people saying decent things about him. I was like, oh, I'm not feeling this. I'm going to get a lot of hate for it. And I still stand by it. Right mid, right wing, not for me. Don't like him at all. His passing is horrendous. It just doesn't work. As a striker, if you're just doing little intricate tappy things, your little 1-2s, him and Giovinco up front, man, they are so good together. Many people say that this isn't worth it, and when you look at it on paper, you're thinking to yourself, well, you know, yeah, you're right, it probably isn't, right? He's got moderate acceleration and sprint speed, not too bad at all. His shot power is good, his long shots are okay. In fact, shooting across the board bar penalties, it's actually not that bad at all. His passing is abysmal, and there's no other word for it. The dribbling attributes, you know, certain situations, agility being 99 is brilliant, but his balance is 68, so they're counterproductive. Reaction's not great, composure's not great, but the dribbling is fantastic. Oh, but the ball control's bad. It's that kind of card, you know. He's got good stats, but he's got very bad stats as well. Now, using him as a right mid or a right wing, and I've mentioned this while playing, but the one thing I kept noticing was his passing was so bad, even with a maestro to bump it to 78, that he just had no sense of direction. He would backheel things when there was no need to backheel it, little flicks and tricks and things. I'm not holding down any other button other than A, no modifier at all, and yet he's just doing really silly passes. His accuracy with them is just not good. So playing him as a midfielder, essentially, for me at least, wasn't the play. It was not the way forward, and I won't be doing it again. However, moving him into a striker position was an absolute revelation. He played 3 or 4 games as a right wing, or right mid, I should say, and it just didn't work. He was awful. I think he got 1 assist in the whole thing. I moved him into striker, and in 3 games he'd scored 4 or 5 goals. He'd got 2 or 3 assists. He was brilliant. I really liked him as a striker. And if you look at the card from a pure striker perspective, don't look at the right mid on Chong. Just look at the stats and pretend he's a striker. You actually think to yourself, hang on a minute, yeah, decent pace and acceleration, finishing's good across the board, he's got that agility, his dribbling's good so he can weave through people. All we need to do is really, I don't know, maybe give him a sniper, boost the reactions, boost the composure into the 80s. You do get a little balance boost as well, I think. Let me just do that right now. So with a sniper, yeah, his finishing goes to 97, his balance is up to 73, his composure is up to 84. Honestly, with a sniper, you've got yourself a phenomenal striker, because he was really good. I loved him. I say phenomenal, I use that term quite loosely because he's not like Mbappe or anything, but I did really like him as a striker. So, you know, swings and roundabouts, but for what, 30-odd thousand coins? It's not a bad card, and I think if you've got a Premier League team or you want to first own a Premier League player, this card is not a bad card to get. I actually would recommend it for the price. He wasn't that bad. I had a lot of fun with him. If you have enjoyed the review, hit that like button. Let me know what you think of him in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, of course. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.